Hello, welcome to the lecture course CH0351. So in this lecture, I am going to talk about simplification of complex spectra. So there are four ways. By that way, we can simplify the complex spectra. That is the first is the NMR solvent change. So role of solvent in NMR is also very important. So by this first way, NMR solvent change, we can simplify the spectra. Also by applying the high magnetic field, our spectra is become first order that can be analyzed with the help of n plus 1 rule. Third is by using chemical shift reagent. So by this way, chemical shift reagent, we can also simplify the complex spectra. And last is the NOE. NOE means nuclear Orosor effect. By this way, we also simplify the complex spectra. So in this lecture, I am going to talk about first three way, that is the NMR solvent change by applying high magnetic field, and third is by using chemical shift reagent. So how they are simplify the complex spectra, in this lecture we are going to discuss here. So first is the NMR solvent change. So by this way, how we simplify the complex spectra, NMR solvent change. So when chemists take the spectra of any organic substance, that time the substance is dissolved in solvent. So that selected solvent should have certain desirable properties, like that solvent should be inexpensive. That is the solvent property that is inexpensive. Wide range of substance should be dissolved. And third is that solvent should be deuterated. That is the free from proton. So deuterium is the NMR inactive and proton is NMR active. So because of that, we use the deuterated solvent, that is the free from protons. So this type of certain desirable property should be present in the solvent. So CdCl3, that is the deuteriochloroform. So this solvent work well. So in most application, this solvent, that is the CdCl3, we can use. So also chemists frequently do not consider the role of solvent beyond this point. Means only consider these 3 points, chemists many times, that is the inexpensive, wide range of substance should be dissolved, and third is the deuterated. So in this lecture, I am going to discuss other than this point, that is the beyond this point, inexpensive, then wide range of substance should be dissolved and deuterated. Beyond this point, what is the role of NMR solvent in NMR? So for this discussion, remember that observe chemical shift of any compound is not only depend upon structure of the molecule, but also depend upon the NMR solvent. Depend upon NMR solvent means sample, molecule and solvent molecule. So between these two, interactions occur, sample molecule and solvent molecule. So on this also observe chemical shift is depend. So If you consider the solvent that is the non-polar, like hydrocarbon solvent, and in that solvent if you dissolve the solute, so in solute and in solvent molecule there is the interactions occur. So that kind of interaction is a very weak interaction. What you call weak interactions occur because here very weak London forces or van der Waals forces are exist. So in this case there is a minimal effect on chemical shift value. So this is the first case, that is the non-polar solvent. When our solvent is non-polar, in that case very weak interaction. So minimal effect on chemical shift value. Second case is that our solvent is a polar solvent and solute, and also solute is polar. In that case there is a strong dipolar interaction, and because of very strong dipolar interaction, so other chemical shift value of molecule interest will be shifted in such case. Also one of the case, that is the solvent is a polar one, polar solvent, and solute is a non-polar. In this case also, as compared to this case, polar solvent and polar solute, here interaction is less. Here we are observed the strong interaction. So chemical shift value of observed of molecule will be shifted in this case. Means in this case we are observed the marked effect on chemical shift value in the first case, that is the polar solvent and polar solute, as compared to this case, that is the polar solvent and non-polar solute. So chemical shift value of proton may be shifted as much as 1 ppm. So with the help of this case we can shift the chemical shift value as much as 1 ppm. So by this way, if we increase the concentration of solute species, by this way also we can shift the chemical shift value downfield or upfield. Particularly environment, proton, donor or acceptor or exchangeable site. At this position, the chemical shift value can be shifted upfield or downfield when you increase the concentration of solute. So also remember next point, that is the when you take the solvent like benzene, pyridine, solvent like benzene, then pyridine, then nitromethane. This solvent actually have the strong diamagnetic anisotropic effect, and because of this effect, in between the solute and solvent, when interaction is occur, that time this interaction is very strong because of diamagnetic anisotropic effect of this solvent. Interaction is strong as compared to the non-polar solvent. When you compare with TMS, that is the tetramethylsilane, that is the non-polar solvent, as compared to that solvent, the interaction between solute and solvent in this case very strong. So because of that there is a significant chemical shift value, means there is a change in chemical shift value you are observed in this case also when you consider this kind of solvent, that is the benzene, pyridine and nitromethane. So if you consider the solvent like benzene, then pyridine, this solvent shift the observed chemical shift value to the higher field. Higher field means smaller delta. Because of this solvent benzene, pyridine, so this caused the observed chemical shift value of proton shifted to higher field or smaller delta. While in case of acetonitrile, so in this case chemical shift value, observed chemical shift value shifted in opposite direction, means downfield, means low field, that is a larger delta value. So in this way we observe the effect. So why we observe this kind of effect? Remember, this benzene and this pyridine, this type of molecule have this molecule shape is a flat, and because of that acetonitrile have the rod like shape. So because of this different type of shape, this benzene, pyridine when interact with the solute, and when this acetonitrile interact with the solute, that time they form the different complex. So because of that we are observed this kind of higher field in case of benzene, pyridine, and here we are observed the low field in case of acetonitrile. So this type of solvent induce chemical shift. By this way generally chemists simplify the complex spectra. That complex spectra contain the overlapping multiplates. Many times chemists add 5 to 10%, 5 to 20% pyridine D5, means deuterated pyridine, or benzene D6 is add into the to CdCl3, means 5 to 10% in that proportion we are add this solvent pyridine D5, benzene D6 to the chloroform. In that case the multiplates, that is overlap here, that overlapping multiplates is resolved, means chemical shift value of observed proton can be shifted as much as up to 1 ppm. So overlapping multiplates can be resolved. We can clearly separate the multiplates with the help of this kind of NMR solvent change. So we can simplify the spectra by this first way, that is the NMR solvent change. So this is the first way, that is the NMR solvent change, that is the role of solvent. By this way we can also simplify the complex spectra. Second way, that is by applying the high magnetic field. That is by applying high field. So spectra of organic compound at 90 megahertz instrument or 60 megahertz instrument, that time the portion of spectrum many time is not predictable to us, means unpredictable. So in that type of spectra, overlapping multiplets is present. So because of that, individual multiplets or splitting we cannot extract easily at low field. So in that case, when we redetermine the spectra at high field means operating frequency of NMR spectrometer we are increase here, like 300 megahertz instrument. In this case, because of high field NMR spectrometer, so chemical shift value of observed photon in ppm is not increases, but in hertz this goes increasing, and when this is increasing, so our multiplets, these are clearly separated here, means here coupling constant, that value is not increased here, coupling constant is same, but here the value, that is the chemical shift value is increased, and because of that multiplets, that is overlap in complex spectra, that can be easily resolved. So we can extract the splitting pattern, individual multiplets we can extract with the help of high field strength spectra. So by this way we can easily resolve the spectra. So for example, if you consider the organic compound, that organic compound contains the three signals. So first is the quadrate, and there are two triplet, means we get the two triplet. So in this case, at low field, means at 90 megahertz instrument, all these three signals, resonance position of these three peaks have the similar chemical shift value, nearly similar chemical shift value, means here these multiplets are overlap here. So at low field we cannot analyze the spectra with the help of n+1 rule, but when we apply the high magnetic field at 300 megahertz instrument, that time the quadrate, then triplet, these three signals, they are completely resolved here, they completely separate from each other. Here coupling constant value is not changed here, they remain as it is here, but the chemical shift value in hertz is increased, and because of that obviously the multiplets that can be resolved, they are clearly separate from each other. So obviously at high field what happens, our second order spectra at low field become first order. So generally at low field spectra is second order, but at high field they become first order, that can be analyzed with the help of n+1 rule. So by this way, by applying the high magnetic field, we can simplify the complex spectra, that is by applying the high magnetic field. So next is the third way, that is by using the chemical shift reagent. By using chemical shift reagent. So this method, use of chemical shift reagent in NMR, this method was used since 1960. So this is one of the rapid and again inexpensive method to resolve the overlapping multiplets in some spectra. So in this method we use the chemical shift reagent. That chemical shift reagent is nothing but organic complexes of paramagnetic rare earth metals. Means this chemical shift reagent is nothing but organic complexes of paramagnetic rare earth metal from lanthanide series. We are with the metal from which? From lanthanide series. We are with the metals. So if you use the metals like europium, if you use the metals like erbium, then thulium, then ytterbium. So when you use this metal, that time they shift the chemical shift value to lower field. Lower field means larger delta value. While if you use the metal like cerium, then if you use the neodymium, then samarium, then terbium, so holmium. So this type of metals shift the resonance to the higher field. Higher field means smaller delta. So by this way we can shift the resonance of the peak to upfield or downfield. So shifting is downfield or upfield. So by this way we can resolve the overlapping multiplets in complex spectra. So in chemical shift reagent, most probably we are with the europium. So you are with this lanthanide metal most time. So you are with the two complex from this. That is the first is the tris dipivalo-methanoto thrice europium. So this is the 3 times overall negative charge here. So this is the structure of this tris dipivalo-methanoto europium compound. So this is simply right here. EUDPM thrice like this. So this type of organic complex we are most time this is used as a chemical shift reagent. Also we can use the second, that is the tris 6677888 heptafluoro 2,2-dimethyl 3,5-octa di Uneato, Europium, so this also simply like that is FUD thrice like this. So structure of this compound is like this, complex is like this. Thrice. So in this complex we start the number from this position. So here 6 6, then 7 7 8 8 heptafluoro, 2 2 dimethyl means at 2 position 2 methyl group, and at 3 5 position oxygen is present. So 3 5 octadienoto europium. So this organic complex of lanthanide used as a chemical shift reagent. So this chemical shift reagent is added in organic compound whose spectrum to be determined. So because of that our spectra without chemical shift reagent, that is the complex spectra, that can be resolved by adding this chemical shift reagent. So what is the advantage of this chemical shift reagent? So without purchase of high field NMR instrument, we can shift the resonance of the peak either upfield or downfield, means we can simplify the spectra without purchase of high field NMR instrument. This is one of the advantage of this chemical shift reagent. So this chemical shift reagent, when in add in organic compound, that time they give the spectral simplification, and during the spectral simplification the organic compound which contain the unshared or basic pair of electron that actually form the coordinate bond with this complex. So alcohols, then thiol compounds, then aldehydes compound, ketone, then amines. So all these compounds contain the basic pair of electron, unshared pair of electron. So this unshared pair of electron can interact with this chemical shift reagent. So actually they are form the coordinate bond with this complex, and we get the spectral simplification here. So here suppose this twice B when interact with the FOD, that time we form this type of so like this. So this type of coordinate bond is formed by the basic pair of electron with this complex. So during this spectral simplification, the proton shift, that is the group of proton, that chemical shift is depend upon the factor, that is these are depend upon two factors. First is the distance separating between central metal atom and that group of proton, and second is the amount of shift reagent. Means the shift of proton, chemical shift of proton, that is depend upon these two factors. So this amount of shift reagent, this is one of the dependency, that is amount of shift reagent. Because of that, when you record the spectra with the help of chemical shift reagent, that time how many number of moles of chemical shift reagent or how many mole equivalent or molar concentration that is added should be mentioned in the spectra. So amount of shift reagent is mentioned with the help of molar concentration or with the help of number of mole equivalent. So that should be mentioned in lanthanide shifted spectra. So for example, if you consider the spectra of 1-hexanol, the spectrum of this 1-hexanol. So in this spectrum, this terminal methyl group give the signal triplet, while this methylene group, which is the next to the OH group, that also shows the signal, that is the triplet. While all this methylene group give the one signal, that is the one unresolved broad signal we get because of all this methylene group. Means we are only get the three signal here, this triplet, and again this. Because of all these four methylene group, we get the one unresolved broad signal. Also because of this, we get the one signal, that is the broad signal. But aside from OH group, for this all methylene group, we also observe the one unresolved broad signal. So this kind of spectra is a second order spectra. We cannot easily analyze with the help of n+1 rule. But when we add the chemical shift reagent in 1-hexanol, whose spectrum to be determined, that time this all methylene group, they give the signal with the help of proper multiplet structure. Means this methyl group so all this means like this 3 into 2, that is this give the sextate, this give the quintet, this give the quintet, and this also give the quintet, and this is the triplet, this also triplet. So all this signal we get with the help of adding shift reagent. When you add the shift reagent, that time all the signal means we get the proper multiplet spectra that can be analyzed with the help of n+1 rule. That is, spectra is nothing but first order spectra by adding the shift reagent. So by adding the shift reagent, we can resolve the multiplets, overlapping multiplets we can resolve. So by this way also we can simplify the complex spectra, that is by using the chemical shift reagent. So this is all about the simplification of complex spectra by the way, that is the NMR solvent change by applying high magnetic field, and third is by using chemical shift reagent.